Tanse Toya, Nitsagisun Cory Nicotine. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta. I grew up in Red Pheasant. Who said that? I grew up in Saskatoon and Edmonton and all these different communities. And yeah, I guess I'm here because I won the Samara Everyday Political Citizen Award for things I've done. And yeah, my involvement in politics wasn't actually, I didn't look at it as involving myself in politics, is because I had this light I got this light inside of me that I felt, and I got to see different, I got to travel to Tanzania. And, over there they treated me, they invited me in for food before they even knew my name, And that's something I've never experienced before, It's always been the opposite here. People judging you before they even know your name, before they even know who you are. And that's, to see that over there in places where they call it third world country, it's like, it's almost like the reserve. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's better to live in Africa than it does in the reserve, to be honest, from my perspective, because people were really kind and polite, and I loved it out there. I was really thinking of running away when I was going to the airport and staying there. Yeah, that's how much I loved it. But when I came back, when I landed back in Toronto, I've never been so proud to be, I've never been so proud to be Indigenous and be, this is because this is where I'm from, this is where my people are from, this is where, generations and thousands of, years of my people have been here. And it's a very proud thing for me. And so, anyways, I had this light that I got. So I wanted to, give the same experiences, I guess, to ignite that light inside of, my peers and younger people. So I started this thing called Knowledge is Powwow. And it started because when I was in Tanzania. Yeah, knowledge is power, right? It's like wordplay. But yeah, it started because when I was in Tanzania, this is when Idle No More was happening, and I didn't know anything about Idle No More and what it was about. So the only things I got was on Facebook and videos that I had that I could see, on the internet. Every time I got on the internet, which wasn't that much over there. But yeah, one of the proudest moments that I had was when I seen the flash mob brown dance that was happening all over Canada. The one that got to me especially was the one in Edmonton, at West Edmonton Mall. Hearing the drum and seeing everybody dancing around the ice rink that was there, the big boats and all that. That was a very proud moment for me. It was very proud where I cried. I cried to see that because I've never seen that before. I've never seen many people, not just Indigenous people, not just Nahiaos, not just everybody. It was everybody. It was, white people, black people, everybody, brown people, everybody was together dancing, for a cause. And when I came back, I wanted to know what that cause was and understand it. So I put together this panel, because when I came back, it was like, it died down. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know who to ask. But I went to one panel that was about Idle No More, and I invited a couple of speakers from there and a couple, and a sister of mine, Brianna Olsen. And yeah, we created a panel, talked about it, and then went on from there to, the civic Edmonton's election for councillors and mayor. So, yeah, just things I've done. I won the Samara's Canada Award for that, for involving myself. It was because I wanted to, create this better future that I'm gaining, through my own self and through everybody else that's been an inspiration to me. Yeah, I'm very nervous. Yeah, just to be honest, I'm very nervous. But this inspiration that I got, this little light, you know, that reminds me of the song, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." Yeah, but this little light of mine, I want to, you know, give it to everybody else. I want to give the experiences to everybody else. So when I got the Samara's Everyday Political Citizen Award, Don Iverson had nominated Andrew Ference for that same award, but I kind of, you know, I'm kind of better than that guy. No, I'm joking. He's a good guy. No, but yeah, Don Iverson had gave me 50 grand. But it's a funny story about that. The year prior, I asked Don Iverson jokingly, I asked him, if I apply for a job, can I use you as a reference? And he kind of laughed. I have to see your work first. So I kind of manifested it, and a year later, he gave me 50 grand, and I started my own job. Yeah. But so this, well, I don't forget what I was saying. But, yeah, the light's yellow here, so I only got a minute left. But, yeah, I want to talk about the Canada 150 also, because, you know, we all know Canada is older than 150 years ago, and we got to acknowledge that also. And we got to acknowledge the people who are from this land. Like, we already know what happened from, you know, we know the stories and everything from the TRC. Now it's time to, you know, implement calls to action that were, you know, commissioned, I guess, that were brought to light. And, you know, we're all treaty people, right? You know, we're all treaty people. And we all need to come together and work, you know, together and make a better Canada. You know, it's not just me and everybody else. But it is an inspiration to see how many other people, you know, not just these people, everybody else that I've met in life too, that are working towards, you know, a better country and a better nation relation, they say. But you know, I just want to say that I love everything that's happening, and I love, you know, everybody that's welcome, that everybody that came. And my mouth is getting dry, and I got 13 minutes left. But there's so much I want to talk about, and 7 minutes ain't enough. So you can look out for my YouTube channel, and you can look out for me everywhere else. Yeah. Thank you.